Look, the dynamic duo!
What did you think of The Flash? What's your review of The Flash?
The Flash was a decent movie to me for the character. Let me clarify what I mean by that. As an actor, and I have to be honest, Ezra Miller worked on my nerves. For the character of The Flash as a movie, I thought they did an okay job. The reason why I say it was okay is because, to me, even though the superhero action, as you put it, was definitely there, and they had fantastic scenes with wonderful action and stunts playing out. That stuff was fantastic. The problem I had with the movie is that it wasn't a movie enough for me. What I mean by that is a lot of the storyline from Flashpoint specifically had already played itself out in the 7 or 8 years that the Flash television series had already done. And I felt like what I was sitting through was a rehash and repeat of the television series. I thought Michael Keaton and the young lady who played Supergirl actually stole the movie from Miller.
My opinion of the movie is a little bit higher than yours. Perhaps even a lot higher than yours. I really, really like that, The Flash. And let me tell you why I liked it as much as I did. First of all, to address the point that you made, that it's a rehash of the TV show. You're absolutely right. And if you watch the TV show, then you have every right to feel the same way. Having said that, one of the things that we just said, and it's in the previous episode that we just talked about it, is we like it when they stick to the source material, and we like it when they take storylines that have been successful from the comic books and translating it into the live action. And so Flashpoint is really the only storyline that I can think of as a non-Flash fanatic. And so I don't fault them for going to that well. And I don't fault them for going to that well from even not just the comic books, but from the TV show. Because it's like, hey, look, this is a whole other quality. Give me a shot to do this story on the movies. I respect what they did with the, I'm speaking as a director. I respect what they did with the limitations of the TV show, but let me show you what can be delivered from a movie perspective with a bigger budget. I found The Flash to be the prototypical superhero movie. It's everything that I want, expect, and like in the genre. Now, having said that, I in no way am I saying that the Flash movie was a perfect movie. It was extremely flawed in ways that was unnecessary, and like it turned people off. Like some of the CGI was just literally unacceptable. Like, just cut that scene out, just cut it out rather than show it. Like, I really don't understand. I'd rather have poor CGI in good context than have great CGI in bad context. I'd rather have The Flash 1,000,000 times over Love and Thunder.
Agreed.
Let me say it again. I'd take The Flash 1,000,000 times over Love and Thunder. Why? Because Flash had the prototypical superhero story. It was relatively faithful to the storyline of Flashpoint, given the fact that it was, they had to replicate the story many, many times over. It stayed very faithful to the genre. Flash was wearing his Flash costume and acting like a Flash. It was a good story, and it had heart. one of the things that I liked about The Flash is not only was the action delivered in a superheroic way, which is what comic books are about, splash pages. This is the genre, people. Either you accept it or you move on. But it had the heart that sometimes people don't understand that comic books have. And so the connection of his with his parents, the loss of his parents, there were some scenes that were really well done and really, really powerful and showed you the motivation of the character. So that combination of superhero action, faithful to the genre and the costume, with heart, that's what I want from a superhero movie. If I was going to give the Academy Award, I'd give it to Black Panther. I love Black Panther as a movie. There's no criticism. And I don't think that Flash, from a quality point of view, compares to a movie like Black Panther or Winter Soldier or those types of movies. But it's not a criticism to me because it doesn't dumb down the material. It doesn't insult my intelligence. It's not a stupid movie like freaking Ragnarok, which people praise. It's not a movie that, there's a lot of really bad movies out there. And I don't think The Flash was that. I think Flash was a really prototypical superhero movie with, unfortunately, bad CGI. Now, the bad CGI is made up for me. It's made up. You know why it's made up, Kevin? Because, dude, that's the best I've seen of Mike Keaton Batman. That was freaking awesome. What's the name of the young lady who played Kara, the Supergirl? That, I love that. You're right. They stole the show. What did you do? Well, I had to. What did you do? I love that scene. And let me say something else. Ezra Miller, and I know you've had issues with Ezra Miller, rightfully so. As a person, he's done some really stupid and horrible things. I get that, and I get the controversy, and I'm not making excuses for him as a person. But you got to give him credit for that as a performer. It's kind of like the Robert Downey Jr. when he was, prior to him becoming Tony Stark, and he was messing up and screwing up. You got to give the guy props as an actor. And I think he delivered the two Barrys brilliantly. And I think that I just think that his performance made me realize, wow, I get why they're sticking to this guy despite all the issues. It's very much like Robert Downey Jr. to me. I give him props for that performance. And so I think The Flash got a bum rap. And I think that, unfortunately, like a lot of the DC movies that people are claiming are horrible, they're doing so without having watched the movie. And even the few that watch the movie are watching it from the eye of having been brainwashed and having been told, this sucks. Black Adam, Flash, to me, those are prototypical superhero movies. That's what the genre is about.
Gotcha.